you and I are here for the same thing. We're doing research and trying to find our next 5x, 10x gem to create generational wealth for our families, for ourselves, for our future here. And we're looking through these different projects, and we want to see, hey, how do I, if you're new to the channel or new to crypto, how do I think through what a project is? And you might not agree with how I do it and my what my priorities are, but this is me just going through different coins and seeing whether or not this is true or not. And if you want to, we're going to go over something called the Farming Collective's Tegrity Token, okay? And I'm going to give you exactly my painfully, brutally honest opinions on what this is, but I'll give you a chance to win $100 at the end of this video if you continue to watch with me here. Before we get too far into this video, I am compensated for this thing. They did pay me for it, but they probably shouldn't have, because this is going to be a painful one. And but I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to give you as much value into this video on what I'm trying to think through this thing. So the Farming Collective, right now, offhand, I don't like the branding of this thing. I'm not too sure. Basically, what this is basically, it's a dApp where you give your BNB, and then they give you plants, and you farm your plants, and you harvest them for collecting like passive income. But it's not really even that passive because you have to harvest it. So it's an ecosystem where miners across various DeFi networks, where they create, this miner is just a basic protocol. So let me just cut to the chase here. They give you this virtual VR farm, and you could, if you have an Oculus or whatever, you could go into this farm and kind of explore it around. Now, I'm not too sure how far this goes. Everyone has the same type of farm, and you don't really get to customize, like I don't get to customize a house or different tractors or whatever. The only things you could do is go over to the right here, and you could see that I could just water, or I could harvest here. And if you water it, it's gonna rain, and depending on how much you water it, basically with BNB, you're feeding these like little plants here, down here. They're saying that there's no other project like this on the market that has a virtual reality element on it. And while I do think it's cool, I think it's unnecessary. I think it's just frill. It's just bells and whistles. It doesn't add any particular meat to it. It just adds some kind of VR capabilities. And so you basically water it. And when you say water, you put BNB into it. You put actual money into it. They water the plants. Then you could harvest the plants, which is worth something, and you have to sell the plants or so. You know what I mean? Like, so you're really sacrificing your BNB for a slow return on these, on these plants, basically. What this is this looks like a fork, a basic fork off of another project called Baked Beans, and I had to research on what Baked Beans is. It's another thing where you just put in your BNB and you withdraw beans, and then you rebake them, or you eat the beans, or some nonsense. It's the same thing with Tegrity Farms. Now, Tegrity is such a funny word because it's up here in the corner here. Tegrity, but they got it from a South Park episode where they're like growing weed or something like that. I'm not really the biggest fan of South Park. Some of you might be, but it's just not my style. And so it didn't connect with me on a comical level. It didn't connect with me on a VR level. It's not connecting me on a concept level. Like, I'm not going to give up my BNB for plants. It doesn't seem right to me for like a slow return on plants. I'm not sure how that works, but if we look into the white paper, what makes us different are these things like VR functionality, the staking of the token, and then interactive, immersive. These things don't really connect with me. Just honestly, the roadmap is a little sparse, right? Like, marketing is all that's next, and then a new miner on a new chain, which is the same thing on a different chain. What are you going to go with, like Solana or Ethereum, even worse? And then the staking, is only like, this is what was the most interesting to me. If you want to read through this here, here's the chart. Let's just take a look at the chart here. The chart looks pretty horrendous. I mean, just anyone who's going to agree to this chart looks pretty bad. Look at this thing. So you see that this runs up, sometime here. I'm sure there's a lot of marketers or a lot of influencers here, and they picked up a lot of steam here. And now it's just kind of all downhill. Like, you've got this ascension right here. And of course, we're in a little green spike, and the whole market received this little green pump from Jerome Powell. Yesterday or whatever. But I mean, I just see this thing dropping like crazy. I mean, if you want to buy into this thing and you think it's going to go up from here, sure. I mean, this just looks like an ugly chart. Honestly. Can the contract functions be added? The contract is immutable. Good thing, right? Like, this is good. Can this be a slow rug? Can this be a quick rug? I'm not sure, but at least it's immutable. And if you want to go through the audits, like here are the audits done by CFG Ninja. CFG Ninja is this kind. I've never really heard of them, so I guess maybe a smaller auditing site. But if you scroll down all the way to like the 13th page here, you see them, passing, pass. Here's some important notes to the users. The team is not KYC with Pink Sale or CFG Ninja, so they're not KYC. Contract is currently renounced. Here's the BSC scan. We gave feedback to the Farming Collective, and Contract did not show any issues in their code. We tested the DApp on a limited basis and did not encounter any issues. During the test of the DApp, we watered plants and grew 16 plants. Okay, no high-risk exploits, vulnerabilities were found in the source code. So this audit was a pass. Good sign. Okay, like that's good. That's a good thing. I'm not gonna say it's not a bad thing, but yeah, that's a good thing. Can the total value lock be drained? Nope, it cannot be drained. It's immutable. They can't adjust anything, which is great. What are the plants? This is a good question. Plants are the terms we have given the miners in this protocol. They are what you buy with the chain's main currency. So basically, you're buying, you're trying to harvest these plants when you put in your BNB. Can I get my initial back? The miner is a locked rewards pool. You cannot pull the original investment that you put into the miner. Over time, you will be able to claim your initial investment plus more if you're compounding your rewards early on. This is a big one for me. I'm like, relax here, man. That's a rough one for me. The tax, I mean, come on, man. You can't take your initial, it's like, what kind of investment am I buying into here with Tegrity Farm? It doesn't make sense. What is the tax? There's a 4.2% tax on every deposit claim from the miner. I believe that's to the dev team. And then what will my ROI? Daily ROI is up to 8%, so it's not 8%, it's up to 8%. This can be affected by harvesting habits and the daily compound until average daily return is 5 to 6%. This is very low. You know what I mean? This is very low compared to any of the other projects out there that we could just stake and just be done with it and have like 15% ROI. You could do that on BSC Scan. You could do that on, or not BSC Scan, sorry, BSC Pad. You could do it on all of it. There's so many other places where we could stake for much, much higher. There's a rewards program, something like a MLM. You send these rewards off and you get bonuses. Again, that's from the Baked Beans protocol. What happens if I harvest too often? Your daily ROI will be negatively impacted if harvest too often. Is there an anti-whale mechanism? I think those whales are out. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a small private sale. This token was launched on the 20th. Here are the taxes here. 8% buy tax, 8% sell tax on the token. So the miners are the plants. The token is something separately. 2% goes to marketing, 3% to the treasury. The treasury is what they use to buy into like good projects, I think is what they put in there. And the 3% goes to the liquidity pool. And this is investing promising opportunities. That's what it is. This is the treasury. So that's where we are. Look, this is the BSC scan. There's only 180 addresses, the holders that are holding this thing. Very, very low. The 600 followers. Look, this is 100. This is too early. I think this is far too early. This is not for me. I could say the good things are like I like that they're trying to corner the market with the VR, but it doesn't really add any value. It seems like a straight fork off of Baked Beans. So Baked Beans is a bigger project with a bigger community, and so I'm not sure why people would move from Baked Beans into Farming Collective. I don't see that happening. Maybe they do to get in early, but they've already spent time staking or rebaking and rebaking, meaning like reharvesting or rewatering their stuff there. So they're already fully invested. I don't see them doing that. It's very difficult. I do like that the contract has been audited. I do like that the contract seems secure. Don't like that the team is not doxed, not KYC'd. And so for watching this far into the video, here's how you're going to win $100. I'll probably do it in my next video or the live stream. Go to cowboyscrypto.com, make a free account there today. It's totally free. Once you do, you're going to have access to giveaways, whale wallets, and tools. Go to the giveaways, and this is where I gave out like a lot. I'm trying to give out a whole Bitcoin on this channel. I think I'm right there. But here's the Farming Collective giveaway, $100. All you have to do is click that. You'll only have access to this when you create your account, and then just drop in your BSC wallet here, and I'm gonna do a random giveaway. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this far into the video. If you just skipped all the way to the end, just as thanks for being here anyway. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.